SNV started working in the honey sector in the year 2007. At that time, SNV entered into a new strategic period stretching between 2007 and 2015. And using our approach of value chain development, then we analyzed the number of value chains to see which one is viable and which one adds value to the people of Uganda. And honey was one of them. And we selected it because, one, it is pro-poor, and two, it is easy for the rural poor, for the poor person to manage. The National Multi-Sector Platform is a forum that we created to be able to coordinate the sector, to be able to identify the issues that affect the sector, and for the actors themselves to be able to identify the solutions and act on them. TUNADO, the Uganda National Apiculture Organization, we saw it as a legitimate entity to take on the leadership of the MSP.
The sector was not organized, and therefore they recommended that there should be a national apex body whose mandate should be to coordinate apiculture initiatives in the country. We have a membership date of 180. With the intervention of multi-stakeholders platform, it made the work easier for TUNADO to bring together stakeholders along the value chain, be development partners, government, to a round table.
In 2008, being the inaugural expo taking place in Uganda, President Museveni came and attended and graced the occasion. And he also told the people that he's a beekeeper. And that was excited everybody to hear that the president is taking part in beekeeping, which you thought was a poor man's job. Uganda is one of those few countries in Africa that are listed to export honey to the European Union. Without the government involvement, that wouldn't have happened. Local capacity builders, also known as LCBs, is part of our strategy. SNV should be able to localize the capacity building effort by empowering local organizations. And so what we do, we hire them as subcontractors or contractors, but then we work with them, we mentor them, we coach them, we share tools, we share our work methods. Now we decided to work with PRICON because PRICON has a private sector drive, and number two, they are locally available within Fort Portal. So that's what we call the soft approach of SNV. We do not dictate. We work along with the client in understanding the constraints in honey, for example, and we build on what they know to give them a different perspective.
With SNV, it's kind of process-oriented. You have to work with the clients, take them through a process. You have to do coaching, you have to do guiding. You facilitate them themselves to be open. And that's exactly what we did with KBA. KBA, as one of the clients, at the beginning did not know very well what they were doing or their direction. We helped them to strengthen their governance structure and their management structure. So up to today, we still work with them and assist them. Yes, Adolf, how is the new project now?
The new project is moving on well. We recently bought land in Kazingo, equivalent to about 16 acres, where we shall plant trees, put an ecotourism center, and build a beekeeping training institute.
Financing is critical for the honey sector, just like it is for any other business, whether it is for processors, for farmers, for the producer organizations, for traders. They need the money to do their business. It takes about 6 months to have a hive colonized. It takes another 1 year to have the honey mature within the hive and be ready for processing. Thus, it requires a bit of flexible financing. So the financial institution like a central bank here could look at the honey sector and be able to tailor the product to fit the honey calendar.
Very nice if there was sufficient financing to be able to bridge that gap between the season time and market time. It is viable for beekeepers to take loans, except that the loans have to be designed in such a way that the beekeepers are able to pay it back over a period of time because of the seasonality of the production.
Through exposure by SNV, especially to Ethiopia, where we found that they are producing a lot of honey, and most of this honey comes from the transitional hive. We have also copied this idea, and we feel our farmers should go in for transitional hive.
To make this hive, use local materials which can be easily got within us. For example, we use eucalyptus trees, use reeds, use fibers, and the mud and cow dung to smear it.
Initially, when we started in 2007, there were very few beekeepers. The production was very low. But with these innovations, like the beehive we see here, we see many more people taking up beekeeping at a cheaper cost. We see them producing more honey and earning more money.
Oh, Daddy, I have smelled some honey in the apiary.
Next generation.